Hello children, welcome back to your online class. Hope you all are safe and taking good care of yourselves. Children, you all know from next week you are getting a short break, that is your summer vacation, and it's a time for you to enjoy. But it's also a good time for you to complete your assignments. So you enjoy as well as you complete your assignments too, because this time you are not getting holiday homework separately, and this is only your holiday homework that you have to complete your assignments from first to 8th assignment, and you have to send them as soon as possible to your subject teachers. Okay, so there should not be any pendencies after vacations. All the work should be completed. So today we are not going to start a new chapter, because already we have completed 3 chapters, and today what we will do, we will try to solve the assignments from first assignments as much as we can cover today. Okay, because many of you are writing the answers very nicely, but some of you are not writing the answers very properly. So that's why I'm trying to solve question answers on board, because this is very difficult and time consuming to write the answers for each one separately. Today I'll explain question answers from assignment 1 to till we can cover, because most of the worksheets and exercise questions I have already explained in my videos. So today we will do question answers only, which are left in your assignments. Okay, but before that we will solve worksheet 2 and exercise questions of chapter 4 pollination, which was your last homework, that is your 7th assignment. So children, now we are solving worksheet 2 of chapter 4 pollination, given on page number 50. So question number 1 is unscramble the letters to make meaningful words. So first one will become anther, A-N-T-H-E-R, anther. Second one will be stigma, S-T-I-G-M-A, stigma. Now question number 2 is state whether the given statements are true or false. So first one is pansy is a cross-pollinated flower. Yes, this is true. This is cross-pollinated by insects. Children, this is pansy flower. Now number 2 is pollen grains are produced inside the ovary. No, this is false, because pollen grains are produced by the male part from the anther. Okay. Now stamen is the male part of a plant. Yes, this is true. Now next question, question number 3, fill in the blanks with the options given below. Here some options are given. So first is insects like bees collect nectar. Here you will write nectar from all kinds of flower. Number 2, ovules are produced by female part of the plant. Here you will write female. Now number 3 is bignonia and canna are bird pollinated flowers. Children, this is bignonia flower and this is canna flower. Question number 4 is label the following and write 3 names for the part shown. Here this is gynoecium. Its 3 names are gynoecium, Gynoecium. Then carpel, it is also known as carpel, Carpel, and it is also known as pistil, Pistil. Here its part are, first one, this one is a stigma, this is a style, then ovary, and inside the ovary there are ovules. Now next question is which flowers are shown in the pictures given below. Also write the agent of pollination for these flowers. So first one is Valsneria and its pollinating agent is water. Then second one is maize and it is pollinated by wind. Third one is sunflower and its agent of pollination is insects. And then bignonia, its agent of pollination are birds. Now children, we are solving exercise given on page number 51. Question A is tick the right choice. Here flowers contain both male and female parts. They are known as bisexual. You will tick option A. Then bignonia and canna are, just now we have learned, bird pollination flower. Then the swollen end of pedicel is known as thalamus. Option A is the correct answer. Then fourth one is which part attracts the insects for pollination? That is corolla. Corolla are petals of the flower. Okay, so they attract insects. Then question 5, Welsineria is pollinated by water. It's a water plant. Okay, so you will tick out option A. Then fill in the blanks with the correct options as given in bracket. Here some options are given. So the flower is borne on a stalk called pedicel. Here you will write pedicel. Then helps in photosynthesis. That is calyx because it is green in color. Okay. Then third one is pollen grains are known as male gametes because they are produced by the male part of the flower. Then fourth one is the long tubular part of gynoecium is called style. Just now we have seen this here. This is called style. Now next one is dahlia and sunflower are wind pollinated flower. Now next one is write true or false. China rose and pea bear complete flowers. Yes, this is true. Now second one is gynoecium is also known as pistil. Yes, that's also true. Then third one, anther lobes contain ovules in it. This is false because anther lobes contain pollen grains in it. Then stamen has two main parts, anther and filament. Yes, this is true. Fifth one is maize and wheat are water pollinated flowers. That is false. Now question D is match the following. So first one is pollination. You will match it with option B. Pollination, transfer of pollen grains is known as pollination. Okay, you will match it with option B. Then second one is anther lobes. You will match it with option D. Anther lobes contain pollen grains. Now third one is insect pollinated flowers. You will match it with option A. Produce nectar because nectar attracts the insects. Okay. Then wind pollinated flowers, you will match it with option E. Small and bear large number of pollen grains. Then fifth one is monosexual flower. You will match it with option C. They contain either male or female part. Okay. Now next question, question E is give one word for the following. First one is flower is borne on a stalk called, here you will write pedicel, Pedicel, pedicel. Then second one is swollen end of pedicel which holds the four whorls, that is thalamus, Thalamus, thalamus. Now third one is outermost whorl of the flower, that is calyx, Calyx, calyx. Male part of a flower, androecium, Androecium, androecium. Then fifth one is female part of a flower, gynoecium, that is Gynoecium, gynoecium. So we have done worksheet 2 and exercise questions of chapter 4, which were your last homework, that is 7th assignment, and now we will solve home assignment 1. So children, our first home assignment belongs to chapter 1, the circulatory system. And the first question of this assignment was define circulatory system. As we all know, circulation means the movement. So the answer will be the system which helps in transporting nutrients and other substances from one part of the body to the other part of the body is known as circulatory system. And we all know the circulatory system comprises the heart, the blood and blood vessels, including arteries, veins and capillaries. So next question, question 1 part B is what is blood? And we have read in first chapter that blood flows in blood vessels and it transports nutrients and other substances. Okay, so the answer will be the red colored liquid which transports nutrients and other substances to all parts of the body is known as blood. Now question number C. Question 1 part C is give 3 functions of blood. So 3 functions of blood are number 1 it helps in transporting digested food to all parts of the body. Number 2, it helps in transporting oxygen for respiration. And number 3, it maintains water level in the body. There are some functions also, because here only 3 functions are asked. You have to write only 3 functions. Now next question, question 1, part D. Why is the blood red in color? So we all know blood contains special blood cells, RBCs. R for red, B for blood, and C for cells. So these are also known as erythrocytes. We have read that. Okay. So blood contains special blood cells, RBCs, which are red in color. Hence blood is red in color. So we have completed question answers of home assignment 1. So children, our next home assignment number 2 again belongs to chapter 1, the circulatory system. So question 1, part A of this home assignment 2 is why arteries have thick walls. This also we have read in this chapter, that arteries have to distribute pure blood to all parts of the body, hence they have thick muscular walls. Now second question, question 1 part B is what is double circulation? Children, we have read that heart has 4 chambers in it, and how blood circulates in it from left auricle to the left ventricle, and from left ventricle it goes to all parts of the body, and from there it collected the impure blood and again comes to right auricle, and right auricle pump it to right ventricle, and right ventricle pumps it to lungs for oxygenation. So the double circulation is the blood has to pass twice through the heart so as to circulate once through the body, and this circulation is known as double circulation. Okay. Now next question, question 1 part C is differentiate between arteries and veins. So whenever you are differentiating between two things, always write the answer in this form. Means you have to draw a line in between, and then you have to write the difference between between them. Okay. So here I have written arteries and here veins. Now we are differentiating arteries and veins. So first one is arteries are deep seated. Okay, and veins are superficial. This I have explained you in my second video where we have read this chapter. Okay, now second one is arteries pumps pure blood from heart to various parts of the body, and veins collect impure blood from various parts of the body and take it to heart. And arteries have thick walls while veins have thin walls. Again, arteries mostly carry oxygenated blood and veins mostly carry deoxygenated blood. Okay, so always you have to differentiate like this only. Okay, now we have completed home assignment 2. So children, now our home assignment 3 belongs to chapter 2, the skeletal system. And the first question, question 1 part A is define skull, give the functions of it. This all I have explained you in my third video. Okay, skull you all know acts like a helmet and protects the brain. So what is skull? The skull is a hollow round structure present in the head. And what are its functions? Its functions are number 1, it covers and protects the brain. Second one is it gives shape to the face, and third one it supports the teeth present in upper and lower jaw. Okay, it also it is given in your book. This is called skull. Now next question, question 1 part B is what are vertebra? Now we have read that our backbone it consists of a bony structure made up of 33 bones. Okay, backbone is known as vertebral column, and those small bones that form the vertebral column is known as vertebra. So the answer will be the small bones that form the vertebral column are called vertebra. Okay. Now question 1 part C is give the functions of skeletal system. So children, we know that the skeletal system is a system which supports the framework of bones in our body and gives it a particular and definite shape. So the functions of the skeletal systems are, first one is it provides structural support to the entire body. Number 2 is it protects the delicate internal organs like heart and brain. And number 3, it helps in the movement of different parts of our body. There are some more functions, but 3 are enough to write. Okay. So children, this much for today. Kindly complete your assignments. And now in 8th assignment, you will get mixed question from chapter 1, chapter 2 and chapter 4 that we have completed in our videos. Okay, so now you are getting questions from all the 3 chapters. You have to complete all the assignments and to send them as soon as possible. Okay, now till our next class, be safe, be regular in your studies and take care.